Alice had used the word town. Through our good intentions, we brought you a gift. Since Alice was the one who invited you to stay in her house. I am Dur. Minus the Ven, I'm the head of Catal. My name is Okla. Mal was the oldest. And somehow I was still convinced that the old man was dangerous. You may leave now. Okay. Welcome back to the Gods of Savvarah. We have just left the old guy that kills us tent. I just came out of the old man Reddy's house. The sky was scarlet. The sun had almost disappeared over the horizon. Whoa. Suddenly a skull appeared right in front of his face. An animal skull. I found you, spirit. The lizard was dazed but quickly realized this was an Altaman? Oh, a girl. An Altianian girl, to be exact. Aha, you're scared, aren't you? Should I be? It's dangerous to jump out in front of people like that. Should I be? Yes, if you're afraid of skulls. Aren't spirits afraid of skulls? She turned to Skis. He only sighed heavily. Oh, you're such a bore. Don't sigh like that, or you'll swallow a fly. Oh, that's us right. Do spirits eat flies? Raska. What? Stop it. There's no way to behave. This is our guest. I heard the spirit of the Sun Forest. Yes, I've already heard that he's the spirit. Wait, what? Sun Forest? You're from the Sun Forest? The very same Sun Forest? Why? Why? Never mind. There are all sorts of creatures around here every day. Yesterday, Dara came to visit. Dara. Raska, that's enough. This is no joke. What's the matter? What do you think of the Kaltar might be offended? She said. She's always talking nonsense. It's her way of trying to draw attention to herself. And I'm great at it. Everyone has something to be proud of. I have this, and he has, well, I don't know. Baldness, I guess? And you, spirit, what are you good at? I don't know myself. I'm good at surviving. Wow, that is quite a skill. I'm pretty good at it too. All the animals are afraid of me. Raska, that's enough. Our guest needs rest. Go to Yukai, he wants to see you. The girl sighed heavily. Okay. See you later, spirit. And then she blew us an air kiss. Who was that? Raska. I already figured that out. Who is she? He just rubbed the bridge of his nose. He looked a little annoyed. He tried to keep his emotions in check, but he wasn't doing a very good job right now. It's hard to explain. You think of her as he comes forward. He'll tell her to stay away from you. Why? Keep her from doing something stupid. Like what? How should I know? I can't get inside Raska's head. Let's go. Where? Dur's house. Where are we going now? Dur is Alice's father. Have you forgotten? They will give you shelter. Alice follows Keys. Oh yeah, my boar that I got. There were far fewer people in Qatar now, but he could see that in the distance, near the picket fence as well as the tower, the lights were burning. What's going on in the tower? Every 10 nights we choose who will stay on the lookout of the borders of Qatar, so that we will not be caught off guard by bandits or beasts. During these 10 days, neighbors are required to toil on their land. This is for the safety of Qatar. Is it not safe here? Nothing grave has ever happened to my knowledge, but Ufa told me that there were perilous times when he was young. Back then, dark hunters rummaged through the forests and plains, sometimes raiding villages at night. They killed people, burned houses, and stole women and children. Who are the dark hunters? The Uters of Urstat? They're large creatures with black skin that usually rode on the dreaded creatures. They were even once thought to be evil spirits, a calamity absorbed. Where are they now? I don't know. Maybe they found other places to go. It is not rich here, and the locals started to fight back fiercely. Paul and the other villages banded together for it. And there are other villages here? The closest to us are Tanga and Sin. And there are some others too, and the biggest one in the county is called Monrod. It lies right by the endless water. They say almost all the houses there are made of stone, but I've never been to Monrod myself. They walked to their destination, passing the time with conversation. The house where Alice's family lived was no bigger or smaller than the ones nearby. There were also some wooden oak buildings in front of the house. The house itself, along with much of the grounds, was surrounded by a fence. There were no pictures or carvings in the fence, the gate, the doors, or anywhere else. Alice did not know whether this was a sign of poverty or wealth. The gate was open. They entered the ground of the house. A growling sound came from somewhere. The creature was approaching them. 4 legs, unkind eyes, sharp teeth. Horace was already prepared. He would have no trouble killing the creature, but... Hush, hush, it's our guest. He spoke of addressing a child. The creature stopped. It was still growling, but it was looking at Steve. Now harshness the beast had emerged from the miniature wooden structure that must have been served at its home. The door opened. It was Dur. They have a pet. You finally came. Why didn't you knock? Dur, your guard won't let us in. What? Ah, I'll deal with it now. I picked him up. Very quickly approached her, holding it in his arms like a child. Beast nuzzled him easily chained. He began to twist, but clearly urged to see if he could sleep rubbing against the man's chest. Please forgive Sepp. He guards us and always reacts badly to strangers. This Sepp of yours, is he an animal? Well, of course, a healthy and strong Desar. I've gotta go. Well, let's go then. No, take the gift with you, or Sepp will decide to have it instead. He'll give you a treat. I already have a treat. Yes, that's right, so I won't insist. It's getting dark. We have to go to bed, but we couldn't wait for you. Wait a moment. Dur released Sepp on the ground, putting a leash on him so that he was tied to the animal's house, and then he ran into the house. He didn't come back alone. Alice and another person followed him, apparently an adult female, probably his wife. Oh yeah, she looks just like Alice. Forest spirit. And this is my wife, Yinga. Don't flinch when she saw Haraj. There was horror in her eyes, but Dur patted her on the back encouragingly. Yin, what's wrong? He saved our daughter, and he was allowed to stay in Yucca himself. The one was surprised. Is that true? We had a long talk with him. You have my deepest gratitude. I don't even know how to properly thank you. It's okay. Come on, I'll show you where you can sleep tonight. They entered spacious wooden buildings. Raj heard some rustling, and then he saw a wooden cage in which feathered creatures were sitting. He also noticed that somewhere in a corner there was a pile of cloths and skins. Sorry we don't have a place for you in the house, but this should do for now. The barn is free, and my birds are quiet at night, so they shouldn't bother you. Dur went away, leaving Harash alone. Savvarah put his food on the skins and went out of the barn. He sat down on the ground and looked up at the stars. A light breeze was blowing over him, and there was no clouds now. The stars loomed overhead. They seemed so close. Rush had seen the sky hundreds of times. It was almost indistinguishable from the one over the Sun City. But somehow the starry sky seemed very different to Raj. Savvarah caught himself thinking that all the usual things seems very different to him now. And he was ashamed to think that because of this he did not know the Hira, Ulu, and Savvarah very often. as if he wished to ward off all that he had experienced with the wave of new sensations. But it made Harash wonder why he needed all this freedom in the first place. To live for himself, but with memories of home, or to live for something far more meaningful and important than one of a single being, or spirit. The girl was approaching him at a brisk pace. "Or spirit, do you need sleep?" "I do. And you know my name. Can I call you by your name?" "Of course, why else would I have told you?" She came closer and sat next to Savvarah. "You look sad." "Just remembered something." "What do you think of Katara?" "I haven't had a chance to look around yet, but it's a nice place." "Is it better than the Sun Forest?" "It is." "Only why aren't there drawings or patterns on your house?" "This house was built not so long ago. My dad hasn't had time to put up any yet. Our old house is closer to the center. My father gave it away to my older brother." "It is a tradition of your people to give everything to your children." "No. Usually in order of seniority, the children leave the parental home. The girls go to their people's homes and the boys build their own, but the youngest stays at his parents' house." "But my father decided differently." "Why?" "I don't know." What is it like in the Sun Forest? Does it look like our forest?" "It is nothing like that at all. Your forest was created by nature itself. Savvarah, on the other hand, was created by magic. Our trees, grass, animals, and even the air are completely different. I'm not sure I can describe it properly." "So why did you decide to rebel?" "Or aside. Since the memories had caught up with them at this late hour anyway, there's no point in keeping silent." "Aren't you a persistent lady?" "Okay, I'll tell you. It all happened because of a girl. Her name was Kira. I loved her. When Akal wanted her dead, I just couldn't stay away. Neither I, nor Kira, nor any other rebels could match him in strength. Even together against Akal, we were like pitiful bugs, so I decided to flee from Savvarah. Akal did not want us to escape, so that's why. Everyone died. I wasn't supposed to survive either. I was just lucky." "It wasn't luck." Her sudden outburst caught Havaras off guard. He stared at her blankly. "What? It wasn't?" "You stood up to God, didn't you? What kind of luck could that have been?" "What was it then?" "Destiny." "Destiny? And what do you think my destiny is?" "I don't know that. This is your destiny, after all." Havaras laughed softly, after a short silence. "Hey, what's wrong?" It amused Havaras that the child's words made him think. She had seen nothing but the village after all. How could she speak of destiny? "Don't you need sleep? You came here secretly, didn't you?" My father will get mad if he catches me." "Go to sleep. I'm going for a walk." Havaras took the carcass that he had been given to him, and without any problems he easily swung it over the low fence so that he would not have to face the guard beast again. He quickly found himself in front of Katara's statue. He did not meet any people on the way, only those entrusted with the duty of guarding the village must be awake at night. Havaras sat on the ground. He put the bound animal in front of him, which probably couldn't wait to meet its demise already. "So you gave up your throne in heaven for mortals. But why?" Havaras silently gazed into the silent idol, as if hoping to hear or see something. His story seemed very strange. Havaras knew someone who possessed immeasurable power, and he could not imagine that Akal could abandon his throne and his people, or his power for anyone. To lose everything but not try to get it back, and not even try to take revenge. And did Akal think that the revenge could help mortals by taking away the power of someone who was most likely unworthy of it? Havaras had no doubt that the legend of Qatar was true. He had seen the gods after all. He had seen Akal. Dahar himself had spoken to him. Why then would Qatar be fiction? It seemed to Havaras that there was something rescindent of the story. God cannot stoop to helping mortals because he is a god. But if it's true, Fawaz came closer to the idol, to the dark brown place where the sacrifices had been made. With his claws, he slit the throat of the animal that had been given to him as a gift. Then he left a few more incisions on the animal's body. Thick blood spilled on the ground right in front of the idol. He himself sat down across from it and began to eat. Fawaz's jaws were powerful and his teeth were sharp, but he had trouble tearing off pieces of meat. Fawaz had never seen this kind of animal on Savvarah. The meat was not particularly like anything he usually had to eat back there. It was not as tough as usual. After finishing his meal, Savvarah stood up, glancing back at the idol. Qatar was silent. I have no other gifts. Fawaz took the carcass with him, deciding that it was wrong to leave it in the middle of the square. Protector of the land. As he walked back to Dur's house, he left the carcass aside and went into the barn that had been prepared for him. In a pile of cloths, he quickly fell asleep. Probably the best place he'd ever slept in his life.